Most people think a dog is just a dog. Loyal, furry, wagging its tail, whether it's male or female. But what if I told you that choosing between a male dog and a female dog could mean the difference between a peaceful home and years of frustration you didn't see coming? If you've ever wondered why your male dog seems to roam the neighborhood every chance he gets, or why your sweet female pup suddenly turns distant for days at a time, you're not alone. Many proud dog parents have discovered, sometimes the hard way, that there's more than just anatomy separating our boys from our girls. Imagine this. You bring home a rescue, you love him with all your heart, but he keeps running off, lifting his leg on every tree in the neighborhood, and coming home with scratches from fights you didn't even see happen. Or maybe you chose a female dog thinking she'd be calmer, only to be surprised when she's restless and anxious twice a year, turning your backyard into a magnet for every male dog within miles. These little surprises aren't just quirks. They're deeply wired behaviors that can catch even the most loving owners off guard. Today, we're going to break down the myths and get to the real truth about how male and female dogs really behave. I'll share the science, a few heartfelt stories from real dog owners just like you, and some surprising facts that might just make you see your furry friend in a whole new light. And stay with me, because at the end, I'll show you how a few simple choices can add precious years to your dog's life and save you a whole lot of headache along the way. But before we dive into these fascinating differences, let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered why some dogs just don't trust certain people? Up next, we're going to explore the surprising reason why so many male dogs prefer women over men, and what that says about us, too. If you've ever noticed that your male dog seems to wag his tail a little faster when a woman walks into the room, you're not imagining things. There's real science and some real heartbreak behind this. Back in 1999, a team of researchers found that dogs react differently to men and women, especially male dogs. It turns out that dogs often see men as more intimidating. Think about it. Men tend to be taller, their voices deeper, their steps heavier. From a dog's point of view, that can feel threatening, especially if the dog has ever had a bad experience with a man before. I read a comment from a proud spaniel owner who said he rescued a male dog that absolutely adored his wife, but kept his distance from him. And you know what? He didn't mind one bit, because trust takes time, especially for a dog with a rough past. Another person shared that when they brought home a rescue, it took nearly a year for their female dog to stop trembling around men. But today, that same dog is her man's constant shadow, following him from room to room like he's her whole world. It's a reminder that dogs are just like us. They remember kindness, and they remember pain. If a male dog was mistreated by a man in his early life, it can take years of gentle patience to build that trust back up. So, if you've got a male dog who seems to shy away from your husband, brother, or the mailman, don't take it personally. Instead, give him time. Speak softly. Let him come to you on his own terms. And here's something worth thinking about. Dogs are masters at reading our energy. They don't care about the suit you wear or the size of your paycheck. They care about how you make them feel. If you're calm, kind, and patient, your dog will see that, no matter who you are. So, next time you wonder why your dog greets your wife at the door with wags and wiggles, but gives you just a cautious sniff, remember, sometimes a little patience and a lot of love can change everything. And speaking of differences that run deeper than we think, let's talk about something even more surprising. Do you know that sometimes the breed of your dog matters even more than whether it's male or female? Let's dig into that next. So here's something that might surprise you. Even more than whether your dog is male or female, its breed and the way you raise it can shape its behavior far more than you might think. Many people get caught up in the idea that a male dog will always be more aggressive or a female dog will always be calmer. But real life, and plenty of dog owners, tell a different story. One comment I read came from a man who's had both male and female collies in his life. His male collie was the gentlest, most loving dog you could meet. Never a hint of aggression. Another woman talked about her female lab, who would bark and growl at strangers, fiercely guarding the yard like she was 10 times her size. What does that tell us? It tells us that our dogs, just like us, are individuals first. And science backs that up too. A study from the Journal of the American Veterinary Medical Association found that things like a dog's breed, their upbringing, and the way they're trained play a bigger role in aggression and behavior than whether they're a boy or a girl. That means a well-loved, well-trained male dog can be the sweetest neighbor on the block, while a poorly socialized female dog can be a handful at the park. This is good news for anyone choosing a dog, especially if you're welcoming one into your home later in life. Maybe you're looking for a calm companion to keep you company on your daily walks, or a loyal friend to nap at your feet in the living room. The best way to get the dog you want is to look beyond just gender and ask the real questions. What breed fits my lifestyle? Am I ready to train this dog with patience and consistency? Will I have the time and energy to give them the life they deserve? Because here's the truth. A calm, loving dog doesn't happen by accident. It comes from your choices, your time, your care. And that holds true whether you have a big, goofy male golden retriever or a tiny, sassy female Yorkie. So next time you hear someone say, "Always get a female, they're easier," or "Males are more trouble," just smile and remember, what really matters is the love and training you put in. Now, speaking of trouble, let's talk about why so many male dogs feel the urge to run away the minute you turn your back, and what you can do to keep your best friend safe and close to home. If you've ever stood at your front door calling for your male dog, only to see him come trotting back hours later with that guilty look in his eyes, you're not alone. There's a reason so many male dogs seem to have wanderlust in their blood, and it goes way back to instinct. Male dogs are naturally wired to roam. It's not that they don't love you or your cozy backyard. It's that deep down, they're driven by one powerful thing, the urge to find a mate. When they catch the scent of a female in heat, their paws seem to have a mind of their own. It's one of the biggest reasons intact male dogs slip through fences, dig under gates, and trot off down the street like they own the whole neighborhood. But there's another layer to this. Male dogs who roam put themselves in danger in ways we often don't think about until it's too late. Every time they sneak off, they risk getting hit by a car, getting lost, or getting into fights with other dogs competing for the same territory. And here's the hard truth. Those risks can cut years off your dog's life. The good news is, we can do something about it. Research has shown that neutering your male dog can help tame that restless drive to wander. But, and this is important, timing matters. Studies have found that neutering or spaying at the wrong time, especially too early for large breeds, can bring health risks like hip problems or certain cancers later on. So don't rush it. Talk to your vet. Find out the best time for your dog's breed and size. And it's not just about roaming. Neutering can also help prevent certain cancers, reduce the urge to mark every mailbox in the neighborhood, and even make your walks a little more peaceful. A male dog that isn't constantly on the hunt for a mate is usually calmer, more focused on you, and less likely to bolt when you open the gate. If you've ever worried about your dog slipping out when you least expect it, remember this: a sturdy fence, a good leash, and the right time to neuter can add years to your dog's life and save you countless sleepless nights. Now, some folks think male dogs are naturally more aggressive too. But is that really true? Or is there more to that story than meets the eye? Let's break down that next. It's something you hear all the time. Watch out for male dogs, they're more aggressive. Maybe you've even said it yourself after seeing a male dog bark and growl at another in the park. But let's pause for a moment and really ask, is it true that male dogs are born meaner, or is there something else going on? Sure, studies do show that male dogs are more likely to bite than females, especially if they haven't been neutered. But here's the part many people miss. Behavior isn't set in stone. A lot of what makes a dog act out has less to do with whether it's a boy or girl, and a lot more to do with how it's raised and how it's treated. Think about it. A dog that's chained up in the backyard all day with no walks, no play, no love. That dog, male or female, is going to find ways to act out. A dog that's teased, yelled at, or hit is going to defend itself the only way it knows how. One man shared that his big male collie never had an aggressive bone in his body because he was loved, played with, and trusted people. On the other hand, someone else told the story of a small female terrier who would snap and bark at every stranger. It wasn't her gender, it was her fear. The science agrees. A major study found that breed, environment, and training all weigh heavier on a dog's aggression than gender alone. And neutering plays a role too. Male dogs that are neutered tend to be less territorial, less likely to pick fights, and more content to just sniff around the yard rather than guard every inch like it's Fort Knox. So what can you do if you're worried about aggression? Start with love and consistency. Give your dog clear rules, daily walks, and plenty of positive time with people and other dogs. If they act up, don't shout or hit. Work with a trainer. Reward calm behavior and build their trust. It's amazing how a dog's heart can open when they know they're safe. So next time someone tells you male dogs are naturally troublemakers, remember? What they really need isn't blame, but a chance to be their best selves. And speaking of best selves, have you ever wondered whether a dog's personality is shaped by whether they're male or female? Up next, we'll look at some surprising differences in how boys and girls show love, and what that means for you. If you've ever wondered why your male dog insists on pressing his whole body against your leg or curling up right in your lap, while your female dog prefers to keep just enough distance to nap near you but not on you, there's actually something to it. Many longtime dog owners say the same thing. Boys and girls may both love you, but they often show it in different ways. People who've had dogs for decades will tell you their male dogs tend to be more needy, clingy even. They follow you from room to room, want to lie on top of your feet, and stick their nose into whatever you're doing. It's like having a furry shadow who never wants to miss a second of your day. And for many people, especially those living alone or retired, that constant company is a real comfort. Female dogs, on the other hand, often have a little more independence. They love you just as much, but they're happy to stretch out a few feet away, watching you with calm eyes. It's not that they're cold or distant, it's just that some female dogs like to keep a bit of space. One woman I read about said her male Cocker Spaniel had to sleep with his head on her pillow every night, while her female simply curled up at the foot of the bed, perfectly content. So, which is better? The truth is, there's no right answer. If you want a dog who's always close, or who leans into every hug and sighs with contentment when you pet him, you might find that bond more easily with a male. If you prefer a dog who loves you deeply but respects your space, especially when you've got grandkids visiting or busy days ahead, a female might be just right. But remember, this isn't a hard rule. Some female dogs are as clingy as toddlers, and some male dogs enjoy their alone time. Like people, every dog is a little different. The best way to know? Spend time with them. See how they act, how they lean in for love, or how they claim their favorite spot on the rug. So whether you choose a boy or a girl, what matters most is the connection you build. Because in the end, every wagging tail, every gentle lick, every nap at your feet is your dog's way of saying, "You're my person, and I'm glad you're here." Now, speaking of surprising dog behaviors, have you ever heard that one litter of puppies can have more than one father? Let's take a look at one of nature's strangest facts about our furry friends, and what it means for the curious nose of your male dog. Here's a fact that surprises even lifelong dog owners. Did you know that a single litter of puppies can have more than one father? It's true, and it happens more often than you might think. This phenomenon, called superfecundation, means that if a female dog mates with more than one male during her fertile days, her puppies can have different dads. So that big litter of wiggly pups you see, they might not all share the same father. It's one of nature's fascinating ways of giving a mother dog's pups the best shot at survival. More fathers mean more varied genes, and in the wild, that can make for healthier, stronger puppies. But in our backyards, it often just means a big surprise when those puppies start to grow and don't all look alike. Now, here's where the male dog's nose comes in. Male dogs are equipped with a sense of smell that's thousands of times stronger than ours. To them, every tree, every fire hydrant, every patch of grass is like a social bulletin board full of secrets. When your male dog stops every few feet on a walk to sniff and maybe leave his own mark, he's not just wasting time. He's gathering information. He knows who's been there, whether they're young or old, male or female, ready to mate or not. It's why unneutered males are so determined to find a female in heat. They can pick up her scent from blocks away and will do just about anything to follow that trail. Some owners have stories of male dogs climbing fences, digging under gates, or slipping through the smallest crack in the door, just to answer nature's call. This powerful nose is also why marking is so common in male dogs. That little splash of urine on the corner of the mailbox isn't just about territory. It's a signal to other dogs. I was here, I'm healthy, and if you're a lady dog in the mood, come find me. So if your male dog is stopping to sniff every tree, don't be too quick to tug him along. It's in his nature. One more way he connects to the hidden world that we humans barely notice. And while this might sound a bit wild, it's also a reminder that our dogs still carry pieces of their wild ancestors inside them. But here's the thing. Whether your dog is sniffing for love or just living his happy life in your backyard, the choices you make can help him stay safe, calm, and healthy. So now that we've uncovered some of the oddest facts about male and female dogs, let's bring it all home with one final question. Are you making mistakes that could silently shorten your dog's life? Stick with me for just a moment more. This next part could make all the difference. If you've stayed with me this far, you probably care deeply about your dog. Whether he's a goofy boy who follows you from room to room, or a sweet girl who watches the world calmly from her favorite corner. And by now, you know there are real differences between male and female dogs, from how they trust, to how they roam, to how they love. But here's the truth. None of that matters if we make small mistakes that quietly chip away at their well-being. Too many loving owners think they're doing everything right. Plenty of food, a warm bed, a few treats here and there. But behind closed doors, many dogs live shorter, less happy lives because of simple habits that could be changed in a heartbeat. Did you know that not exercising your dog enough can be just as harmful as feeding the wrong food? Or that ignoring dental care can shorten a dog's life just like a serious illness? Little things, overlooked for years, can take away precious time you could have spent together. So let me ask you this. If you could add a few more good, healthy years to your dog's life, would you do it? Of course you would, because every wag of that tail, every soft snore at your feet, every morning they greet you with those bright eyes, that's love you can't replace. I want you to keep that love around as long as possible. That's why I put together another video that covers the 10 common mistakes even good owners make. Mistakes that can shorten your dog's life without you ever realizing it. Don't feel guilty if you've done one or two of them. Most of us have. But once you know better, you can do better. And your dog will thank you for it every single day you get to share. So don't stop here. Click to watch that next video now. Protect your dog, protect your peace of mind, and enjoy every moment together for as many happy, healthy years as possible. Take care of your best friend, because no matter if they're male or female, they're counting on you. Before you click away, I want to leave you with this. You've spent the last few minutes learning things about your dog that many people never take the time to know. That tells me you care. You care enough to ask questions, to understand what makes your dog tick, to keep them safe and happy for as long as you can. So don't stop here. Right now, while it's fresh in your mind, take the next simple step. Click on the video I've linked for you. In it, I break down 10 everyday mistakes that can quietly shorten your dog's life. Mistakes that good, loving owners make without even realizing it. And more importantly, I'll show you exactly how to fix them. Your dog gives you so much trust, so much love, and asks for so little in return. So give them this gift: more years by your side, more tail wags, more walks, more peaceful nights, knowing you did everything you could to keep them safe and healthy. So go ahead, click now, watch the next video, and let's keep your best friend by your side for as long as possible. I'll see you there.